Two big movies came out this past weekend, including Man of Steel, which ended up breaking box office records. But does that mean it was actually good? Here to tell us is our movie reviewer, Wil Loper. Good morning once again.
Good morning again. Yes, the biggest movie opening ever for June.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that does not equal quality, at least for me.
Okay.
I was not a fan of Man of Steel. Doesn't quite soar. It's more like a penguin with a broken jetpack, if you ask me.
Okay.
It tells the origin story of Superman, this time played by Henry Cavill. It did a lot of jumping around the beginning. It was trying to be like Batman Begins, I thought. And I wish it had just sort of stayed linear. And then the other big problem with it is that Superman is completely invincible, right? So a building falls on him, he doesn't get hurt at all. He gets a truck thrown at his face, not even a scratch. And so with all these action scenes, it starts to get a little tiresome because there's no danger at all. He's not going to die. Same with the villains. General Zod, played by Michael Shannon. They're invincible as well, so they're throwing each other into buildings, planes, and there's just no danger, there's no tension. No suspense. Took about an hour and a half before it started to get going too, so it was pretty slow moving.
An hour and a half to get going, and how long was the movie?
It was about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So what do you give this?
I'm going to give it 2.66. Not Brandon Rouths out of 5. Brandon Routh played Superman in the 2006 reboot, and I just got to wonder what he feels about all this. You know, he's probably wanted to play Superman, but you know, his reboot failed, so.
This was anticipated to be like the summer blockbuster movie, right? And obviously
it was,
yeah, because a lot of money poured in to see it, but just
yeah, it didn't do it for me.
Okay.
So,
all right. So the other movie.
The other movie I like better. It's called This Is the End. It's a bunch of comedic actors. They all play themselves.
I saw a preview for that, and I thought it was a joke. I
Yeah,
thought it
well,
was like
like
a spoof of some sort. Okay, but it's actually a movie.
So you got Seth Rogen, Jay Baruchel, Danny McBride, James Franco. So they're all playing themselves. And the end of the world sort of happens. They hole up in James Franco's house. And I thought it was pretty hilarious because it's sort of like with the end of the world, a lot of times in movies you'll see a hero comes along and knows exactly what to do. All these guys are completely inept. They have no idea what they're doing. And also, since they're playing themselves, they reference their own movies a lot. So Jonah Hill, for instance, is praying to God. He's like, "Dear God, this is Jonah Hill from Moneyball." And it's like, of course you would reference that movie and not Superbad or The Sitter. Or like James Franco, they're like, let's not make a Your Highness 2, because at one point they get together and film a sequel to Pineapple Express.
So what do you give this one?
As far as ratings, I'm going to give it 4 Capri Suns out of 5. In the movie, there's a part with Capri Suns. I won't give it away. I don't think it's exactly appropriate for television either, but it was pretty funny. So.
Is this the highest rating you've given any of your movies?
You know, I think Star Trek Into Darkness.
Okay.
Yeah, I also gave it 4 out of 5. So.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and next week we'll be looking at Monsters University and World War Z with Brad Pitt. So.
Okay, you've got 2 different kinds of movies going on there.
I do, yeah.
Until next week, Will, thank you very much.
Thank you.